how to be unfazed by life struggles, how to remain calm under the storm. This is one of the topics where everyone should pay attention. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. This concept is so important to everyone. Listen to this video very carefully. Y.A.D. In order for you to be unfazed in life, you shouldn't allow external situations to define your internal state. The only problem is this: people allow life situations to define them, who they are internally. That's when things get destroyed or ruined. Why, gang? I don't care what happens in your life currently. Trust me when I say this. We've all been through certain things. I have been through certain things, but how I handle other things, it's just I don't allow external situations in life, what's going on outside myself, to, control what's happening inside me. That's the number one thing you should always be careful about. Like, people are phased in life because they allow situations to define them. They are easily, penetratable. That's what I can say. Again, what's happening outside, you can only control yourself internal. You can't control the external. But here's the twist: once you're able to control what's going on inside of you, your thoughts and emotions, you can manipulate the external world. Another thing is that life happens to everyone. Certain things, problems, situations, stumbling blocks of life happen to everyone. But the people who conquer the stages, people who see the other side, as the people who choose to remain calm under the storm. Why, gang? You have to understand this. Whatever happens in life, why, gang? Especially when it comes to, bad situations in life, struggles, failures, just negative energy around you. Stop paying attention on those. Because you must understand one thing. Your attention is energy. This is why they keep saying, no matter where you are, institutions-wise, maybe school, job, or whatever the case may be, they always say pay attention. Pay attention. Put your energy in there. Your attention creates your reality. You must keep that in mind, right? So if you pay attention on bad things in life, if you pay attention on, that current situation you're in, that bad current situation you're in, you're gonna become that. That's the power we have as human beings. We can shift our attention, as we please. We are not limited. That's the beauty we have, but we don't see the treasure in our hands. Attention is energy again. So for you to remain calm, for you to be unfazed in life, pay attention on what matters the most. Sit down and think about it. If I pay attention on this, situation in life, this problem, which when you pay attention to something, you're kind of feeding it more. You're feeding it more. You're giving it that power and strength to propel to a certain state. So what you need to do again, if bad things happen, you wanna remain calm under the storm, shift your focus. Yes, it's bad and it's happening now. I understand that. And it might seem hard because, it's what's happening now. It's like, damn, it just feels like nothing is going forward. That's where the problem is. Your feeling and thoughts, once they are at a certain point, it just creates your life itself. How about you shift that on a positive aspect? No matter how bad it happens, you choose to remain focused and calm. You always choose to remain focused and calm. It's not that we are avoiding. There's a lesson to everything. But we just want to protect your internal state at all costs. Once your internal self is disturbed, everything is disturbed. I can make endless examples, but I don't want to make the video too long. That your internal state defines everything. Once you're disturbed mentally, once you're disturbed emotionally, it's eventually going to become your reality. So your job, your work is to always be in a calm state in life. Why, gang? Calm beats everything in life. Remaining calm under pressure beats everything in life. I don't care who says what or who says you look like an idiot or 1, 2, 3, but remaining calm is the best decision you ever take. Shift your attention on important things, again. Start shifting your attention on solving that problem. Stop dwelling into it. The more you dwell into it, it's the more you become one with the problem and you will never see any solution. Have you noticed the people who are in a bad situation, maybe they asking for an advice or something, and it just seems like they are not even listening to you. The more you give them advice, it's like the worse it becomes. The more you give them advice, it's like nothing is changing. You know why? Their attention, which is energy, is focused on problems only, not solutions. Once you are able to shift your energy on that wagon, you will always remain calm under the storm. Do not let the storm distract you. You are powerful more than the storm. I just want you to remind that too. You are more powerful than anything in life. Bad things that are happening in life, you are powerful more than that. What makes people think I lost or I'm weak? They think bad things in life are greater than them, but that's not the case. It's a quick reminder for you. You are powerful more than anything. You can change your life to any degree you want by changing your emotional state and mental state. Why, gang? You got this. Why, gang? You got this. Don't let any external situation define your intellect. The powerfulest thing and the beautifulest thing we have as human beings, we can change our internal state. You can change the direction of your thoughts. You can change the direction of your feelings at any given time. Use it to your advantage. Why, gang? When bad things occur, keep this in mind. You are not what's happening. You are what you define it, to be. It's like you are what your internal state is. This world, everything happens at the same time. Crazy things happen. This happens, this happens, this happens. But what defines everything in your life is your internal state. Nothing beats that. It's the state you're in mentally, it's the state you're in emotionally. That defines everything. I don't care who tells you what. In this lifetime, my gang, the only thing that defines who you are is your internal state. You must always keep that in mind, my gang. Anything that's happening outside doesn't define you unless you allow it to, by accepting it internally. It's always been you. You made the choice. You made the choice to become stronger than your situations. You also make a choice to become weaker than your situations. It's always been you. I want to hand the power over to you. Just listen to the message. Don't even think about me. I'm not even existing at this point. Listen to the message. I'm handing the power over you again. You got this. You are the controller of your reality. You have always been. It's just that when things happen in life, you just think you're not in control. That's when you lose control. But if things happen in life, and you know for a fact that I'm always in control, that's when things start changing. Why, gang? Remaining unfazed in life is so simple. You don't have to do 10 practices. You don't have to read 1,000 books. You don't have to meditate for 16 years. You don't have to do any of that extra stuff again. The only thing you need to do is just come to a realization whereby you know you're in control. You know your emotional being and your mental being controls everything. Once my emotional being and my mental being shift to a negative state, bad things will start happening in my life. But how about you shift to a positive state? Yes, good and bad things happen, but attention is feeding it more. You're just worsening the situation. You're just growing the situation by giving it attention and accepting an internet that this is my reality. Once you accept something as your reality, once it's written in your mind and in your emotions, it becomes your life. So if bad things happen, remove that bad mentality you have, that bad feeling towards life you have. Shift it to a positive aspect. Keep telling yourself that I'm growing, I'm becoming strong. Watch how your energy shift to that degree of winning and becoming strong. Trust me, Y.A.D, everything was in your hands.